Martial Art Swap Chat. I'm your host, Master Zang, and hey guys, today's guest, I'm excited about this. We have experienced martial artist, black belt in Tang Soo Do, Ben McCandless. I'm really pumped about this show. Hey, Mr. McCandless, thanks so much for coming on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Hey, on this show, we're going to be doing, we're going to learn a little bit about Ben McCandless. He's also going to basically show us the move of the day, and then we have a really fun kimchi challenge. It was his suggestion.
I'm looking forward to it.
We'll keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Ben McCandless, he actually can't see.
I actually appreciate you using that term, I can't see. Because blind, I don't like the word blind, or visually impaired, because it makes me a stereotype, and I don't like to be a stereotype. I am not your everyday typical blind person. You know, I've done many things in my lifetime. When my wife and I first started dating, actually, she found me at a friend's house dropping in a 6-foot half pipe on rollerblades.
Oh, get out of here.
Completely blind, you know?
Wow.
Blind. I used the word, oh no.
He used it, I didn't say it.
So yeah, without sight, you know?
Right.
I would do it on rollerblades and skateboard, actually.
Wow.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
So you're
I
not
love doing
afraid
it.
of anything.
No, I'm not.
That is awesome.
I used to wrestle with a guy that was like 6'4", like huge guy, you know, and we'd wrestle all the time, and he loved it, you know. It was good times.
Now, Mr. McCandless, I met him. One of my students was actually going to another country to help orphans.
Yes.
And he said, "Hey, I have a friend that's a martial artist, and he's a very good martial artist, and he's going to help me. We're going to teach these orphans, self-defense techniques. Can you give us some tips on working with kids?" And I'm like, "Yeah, come on in." And, he didn't say, "Hey, Mr. McCandless can't see," and he came in. He was there. I think you were there first before my student, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And right away, I was so impressed. Actually, I was in between classes, and we had a lot of parents that were, they had questions for me, and, Mr. McCandless saw that, and he was like, "Hey, sir, do you want me to warm up the class?" And I was like, "Wow, I mean, you are a go-getter." And he did a phenomenal job. And we're going to talk about his, especially the martial art experiences, not being able to see. That's pretty awesome. So,
yes, sir.
First of all, I guess, how long have you been training? Can you tell us a little bit about your martial art journey?
Yes. So I started about 21 years ago. I've always been interested in martial arts since I was a little kid. For Halloween every year I was the ninja, but my parents, they just couldn't afford to put me in classes. When I was in 8th grade, I was jumped by 9 guys, and they beat me up pretty bad. And some kids, luckily, some kids came by, found me laying in the bushes, kind of semi-conscious and stuff. And from that point on, I was like, either my parents are going to do something about this, or I got to find something else, So I taught myself how to use nunchucks and, things like that, so that, if I got into that situation again, I could protect myself. And it wasn't actually until later in life, when I was old enough to make decisions for myself, I decided, what, I'm gonna take control, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna find somewhere that's gonna be willing to teach me martial arts regardless of my sight or lack thereof. So I found an actual Taekwondo school first. Mm-hmm. I trained there for probably about 6 months. I wasn't real impressed with it. I was the only adult in the class besides the instructors, and it just felt like I wasn't getting the training that I needed.
I wish I was there.
Yeah, I wish you were there too.
Come on, there's Taekwondo practitioners.
Right, exactly. So,
but it's cool that you started with Taekwondo.
Yes. Yeah. So, later, a couple of years later, my wife and I, we got together, and she actually paid for me to start at an Okinawan school. It was in the United States. It was in Florida.
What is it called? Or what was the style called?
It was Okinawan History Karate.
Okay.
So I learned karate there for quite a while. I got my purple belt, and then we moved away. And I had to find something different, and it actually took me quite a while. It was at least another 2 years. I moved up here to Pennsylvania. There was a guy at my church who wanted to start like a club, kind of thing, martial arts thing, and he taught Taekwondo. And I think he actually learned from you.
Who is that?
Don Tedrow.
Don Tedrow. We got to give a shout out to Don Tedrow. Don Tedrow is awesome.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, him and his whole family. His daughter, his son, his wife.
Amy, his wife, and
yeah.
So he started it, but his job actually pulled him away from teaching. But before it pulled him away completely, he kind of partnered up with a guy, Travis Squires, who taught Southern Hung Gar Kung Fu. So I did that for 2 years.
Nice.
And
what is like Southern Hung Gar Kung Fu? Can you just explain a little bit?
There's so he taught both Northern Shaolin and Southern Hung Gar. So Northern Shaolin is more of the stylized kicks like butterfly kick and
nice.
Things like that. Do you know what a butterfly kick is, sir?
I know what a butterfly.
All right, so you better. I hope so. So and then Southern Hung Gar was more about like the rock steady horse stances and being in close and like close combat.
Which you probably love, right?
I loved that. Yes, that's why I did the Southern Hung Gar over the Northern Shaolin. Not that I didn't want to learn how to do backflip, butterfly kicks, and stuff like that, but
just trying to do the self-defense aspect.
Right, exactly.
Not trying to entertain people.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So he actually moved for into Butler, and my wife was like, I'm not driving an hour and a half just for you could take an hour class and then drive an hour and a half home. So I was like, okay, so I was actually walking around in Ambridge, and River Valley had their doors open.
Nice.
And they were having a test, a GUP test. GUP is for color belts.
And who's the master there?
Master Scott Homeshek.
Which I actually got to meet.
Yes.
And he's phenomenal. I could tell he's a great master.
Yeah.
And
he is phenomenal.
You got to give him a shout out. What's the name of his school?
Master Scott C. Homeshek. He is at River Valley Tang Soo Do Academy in Ambridge.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I've been there for about 9 years now. And that's where I got my black belt. And hopefully, if everything...
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, hopefully, if everything goes right, then in the spring I will be testing for my second degree, my Edon.
Awesome. What was it like getting that black belt finally? For all, usually if you do martial arts in any system, 10 years, little over 10 years and more, you could get your master level, right?
Right.
And I know you're doing different styles, and they have their own approach, But it had to be so gratifying to get your black belt finally, right? Like another goal that you accomplished.
Yeah, well, yeah, and my wife and I were just talking about that today. Is about goals and things that I've accomplished, and my black belt being one of them. And it was exhilarating for me. They say the only two belts that you remember is your first promotion and your first degree black belt.
Right.
Those are the most memorable, and I have to say I tend to agree with that.
Right. Now, not being able to see, did you hear any doubters?
Well, there's always doubters.
Yeah, and I tell the kids all the time, I love when people doubt me, because it gives me fuel. It gives me motivation,
right,
to prove them wrong,
right.
But how? I guess
there was another black belt at my test. She was also testing, and I'm not going to call her out, but just suffice it to say that she was one of those doubters. Right. She was trying to make me fail my test. Right. They partnered her with me for sparring. for my black belt test, and they asked her, "Do you know how to spar with Mr. McCandless?" And she said yes. So when I spar, we bridge the gap. We keep our hands up, and our hands, the back of our wrists are touching. So I know where she is at all times. We can spar, right? So
which is very impressive because sparring is so complex because you have 4 limbs,
right?
Against 4 limbs,
right?
And then you have there's a lot more to it than just kicking and punching. There's defense, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like when you're sparring, that fascinates me. Like I couldn't imagine sparring blindfolded, but I've seen it in different like magazines where that's part of their exercise where they blindfold each other and they have to protect themselves, right? So like, are you listening? You're obviously trying to touch, right? So what is your approach in that? Like
Well, like I said, we start we call it bridging the gap. So, we start with our hands up, your hands are up, you know what I'm saying? And the backs of our wrists are touching.
Yeah, so you know where she is.
So I know where she is, you know what I'm saying? So if the back of my left hand is against the back of her left hand, her body is turned outwards over here, right?
Right.
So if she tries to put the front of her right hand against the back of my right hand, or the back of my left hand, I can feel the shift in her body when she does that. So then she's open for punch.
Very cool.
So,
that might be like an exercise under supervision.
Yeah.
That would be really helpful, I think, maybe in sparring.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of dangerous. Like,
well, we can try it sometime. I'll bring in a blindfold, and you and I can try
the next show.
Yeah, there we go. We can do that for the move of the day.
Yeah, the move. Where is Master Zang? He's on the floor in the dojo. Yeah. No, that's really cool. So someone doubted you, and sometimes, like, guys, like, this person's probably a super nice person, but sometimes, you have to just earn that respect, right? Yeah. And, I mean, I think in life that's common, right? Just earning the respect, and then it changes everything, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you obviously passed your test.
I passed my test, yeah.
And congratulations. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and one of the masters was asked to say a few words at the end of the test, and actually spoke of my, my technique and how well I did during the test. Like, he called me out in front of everybody.
That's awesome.
Because I am the first non-sighted black belt in the World Tang Soo Do Association.
Well, I mean, I've been doing Taekwondo for 38 years, guys, and I've never witnessed that. That's awesome. Congratulations. Keep it up.
I plan on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Different styles too. So, that's what we're doing here at Martial Arts Swap Chat. Is we're talking about different styles and how unique they are and how they all have strengths and weaknesses. But they're all special in their own ways, So I'm sure you really treasure those experiences.
Of course.
Yeah. Very cool. So, other than getting your black belt and soon to be second degree black belt, do you have any other like hobbies?
Certainly, I am a massage therapist.
Awesome.
I am learning shiatsu, which is, as you know, it's a Japanese way of healing. Through finger pressure. It's very similar to acupuncture, but we don't use needles. We use our hands and our feet and our fingers and our knees and elbows and different parts of our body to manipulate and stretch and work the different meridians or channels in the client's body to help promote healing.
Yeah. I mean, I could, especially in that profession, right? You probably are so concentrated on that muscle or that area. That's
right.
I'm sure you're very good at what you do, right?
Well, I would like to think I am.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sure. Comment if you are a client of Mr. McCandless. And anything else other than?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a published author.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a bonus. I didn't even know that.
That is a bonus, yes.
Because I would have been here going, we have an author.
Yeah, there you
our
go.
First author on Martial Arts Swap Chat. So what can you tell us a little bit about your work?
Yeah, sure. I published my first novel beginning in 2017. Mm-hmm. It's a novel that I've been working on for a long time, trying to work out all the details and stuff. But it's about a blind guy,
or a person that can't see.
Well, yeah, but in this case, that's
right,
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I am not talking about myself. So
okay.
So it's okay. Right. Exactly. So it's okay.
Well, it's a character, right?
Yeah, it's a character. It's a character in the book, and yes, he can't see, mm-hmm. and he trains in martial arts. And his wife, as a gift, she presents him with a broadsword, and this broadsword was forged in another world.
Wow.
Forged by a wizard with the breath of a dragon, and it allows.
How does she afford this sword?
Yeah, right. Right. She buys it off a little old man who later she can't find. Yeah. So she gives him the sword, and this sword, it feeds off of his dreams, and that's how it gains power. And then he is able to, and it also develops a telepathic relationship with the main character.
Wow.
So he uses this sword to open a portal from this world to the world where the sword was created. And when he steps through, the sword gives him his dreams. He allows him in this other world to see.
That's awesome, man.
So he has to use his martial arts skills and his leadership skills to help the people of that world fight back tyranny and oppression.
So, martial arts it's not just about self-defense like we talked about.
No.
Mr. McCandless, he had a situation with, bad guys bullying, and then he realized he needs to learn martial arts for self-defense, right?
Right.
But we always talk about just being a good person,
right.
And the virtues of martial arts,
mm-hmm.
right? So basically he's using those tools, right?
Right.
For this new... is it like a world or something?
Yeah, it's a fantasy world. So
right.
It's a whole nother world. Right.
We're big Ninja Turtle fans, and they port on other
definitely.
worlds. Yeah. Very cool.
So he steps through the portal. He is given his sight, and
so he has sight in this other world.
Yes, so he can see. So that's another thing.
Does he not want to go back? Like, is it?
Well, see, okay, so
but his wife is back. Oh, you gotta get the book.
I won't tell you the end of the book.
Okay.
But I will tell you that at the end of the book, he has a decision to make.
Ooh.
He has a choice between two loves. He can either stay in a world that he's always dreamed of, where he
mm-hmm.
can see.
Yes.
Or return to his own world for his love of his wife and his daughter, where he live, and live his life in darkness.
I have to read this book, but I think I know that. I hope I know the decision he makes.
Well,
but I'm not. We won't even go there. So. What is the book called again?
It's called Sword of Dreams.
And I guess on the book you said something interesting. It doesn't say Ben McCandless on it.
No, I use a pen name.
And so what's your pen name?
My pen name is Alexander Bentley.
Alexander Bentley. So
yes.
Check out Alexander Bentley's
Sword of Dreams.
Sword of Dreams.
Yes, you can actually look it up. If you go to Amazon.com, you can do us in the search engine, look for Sword of Dreams, and it's actually the top one on the list.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I should say Alexander Bentley in a British accent. Alexander Bentley. Sword of Dreams. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Like I couldn't imagine making a book. That has to be like your black belt, right? You're like all that hard work.
It paid out.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes,
I gotta see this book. I'm gonna order one.
All right.
But I want to get an autographed copy of one.
I will send you one in the mail. So.
That's awesome.
Or maybe next time I come, I'll bring it to you.
Next time, bring it.
I will.
Bring it.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So here we go. You've done martial arts most of your life, and you find it as a useful tool, right?
Yes, sir.
It gives you. Does it give you more of a positive attitude? Does it like? Can you tell me your favorite like virtues of martial arts that you really just
honor, and dignity?
Sir, can you tell us a little bit like why you picked those two? This isn't words of wisdom. This is bonus.
This is bonus. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So honor, because I believe honor can be used in all aspects of our life. Mm-hmm. As I mentioned, I'm married, and you know there have been my wife and I. We've been together for 21 years, but we've been married for 16.
Nice.
And there have been times where things got rough.
Right.
And honor became a I don't know how to.
It guided you, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that exactly. It kind of came in, through an outside source. A friend of mine called me up and said, "Hey, look, check this out. Be honorable to your wife and those kinds of things. So he actually really made me open my eyes.
Open his eyes. To honor.
Yeah.
I mean, in martial arts, you need honor, right?
Right,
everything
right,
you do,
exactly. Right.
Your work with, with especially you do massage therapy, but you also do the new
shiatsu. Yeah.
Shiatsu. That's cool.
Yeah. So being honorable and to my clients, to you should be honorable to everybody.
Right, and I sensed that from you.
Yeah.
The first time I met you. So, and then the second is
dignity. Just having dignity with yourself.
Can you tell the kids about dignity? Or I'm sorry, kids, swap chatters, because there's adults too. So I didn't mean to do that to you guys, but
okay.
All the viewers.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So we call our viewers swap chatters.
All right, swap chatters. That works.
Yes. Okay. So what
that's better than swappers.
Swappers. Yeah. We've had other options.
Yeah.
Someone named us, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. It was a contest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How about can you tell us about dignity?
Dignity is just it's being honest with yourself and being honest with other people. It kind of goes with integrity.
Right.
But just having some self-esteem. Building up yourself and going on with like I said, with integrity and just being honest and having some loving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I have had to struggle with my whole life.
Right. I think everything is effort, right?
Right.
Like you can't just say, "Hey, I'm this and that," right? You got to put effort into it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think what we should do, because lately we don't have merch yet. We're gonna have merch. You know, merch is merchandise, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a cool way to say it, but. Maybe we should get like a copy of your book and give it away as like a prize or something.
Yeah, we could do that.
And maybe, I don't know, do you have, maybe, would you like the viewers to maybe comment? Like, maybe we could say, hey, give me a good example of one of those virtues. And the one you pick will get that book or something.
All right.
Do you like that?
That's cool, yeah.
The comment. What kind of comment? Do you want, like, tell us your best example of one of those virtues, or what would you like?
I would like
the challenge for our swap chatters.
Yeah, hear the most creative. You could be like just a couple lines about what honor means to them. So
there it is. What is it again? Swap chatters. If you want an autographed copy of the book by Alexander Bentley.
That's right.
Yes. What do they need to do? They need to comment what?
They need to comment the most creative...
like meaning or definition?
Yeah, definition of what honor means to you.
What does honor mean to you?
Right.
If you're the most creative, the pen name, can I call you Alexander Bentley? That sounds cool, man. I feel like saying the lifestyles of rich and famous. You want. Alexander Bentley. No. He'll get to pick. He will pick the winner, and we'll put on a show. That'd be cool. I appreciate if you did that.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. So, I could talk to Mr. McCandless. We have like names, multiple names here.
Yes,
Mr.
Sir.
Ben McCandless. I could talk to him for a long time. I mean, as soon as I met him, I knew he was someone special. Like, I just instantly felt his kindness. and passion, in martial arts and life.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, we gotta get him on the show. So we finally made it happen. He's gonna next teach us the move of the day. It's gonna be awesome.
The move of the day.
You ready to teach us the move of the day?
I am. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hey guys, the move of the day is self-defense with Mr. Ben McCandless. Take it away, sir.
So, self-defense in Korean is Ho Shin Sul. All right, that's how we pronounce it in Tang Soo Do. So, I'm going to have Master Zang. He's going to grab me from the...
Too.
Is it?
All right.
All right, so I'm going to have him grab my hand from the side, or my wrist from the side. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to swing my hand up. I'm going to smell my palm, right? Smells good. Smells like some different things. Sweat and stuff from training. So then I'm going to reach underneath with my right hand. I am going to grab the fatty part of his thumb, bending his fingers in towards him, bringing his knuckles to my waist, and then I'm going to step back and turn. And then I'm going to throw his hand away and run off.
Hey, come on.
And that's how we throw around the master.
All right. So, Mr. McCandless, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And he was careful. So, my wrist, obviously he could do a lot of damage. So, if you do try to do this, you have to be very gentle.
Very gentle. Yes,
gentle.
sir.
Mr. McCandless, when he came and visited me with my student, Greg, right?
Yes, sir.
We should give him a shout out.
Yes.
Greg Anderson.
Anderson,
so
that's right.
I noticed he has an amazing key-up. So he out-key-upped all my students. And I asked him to sort of inspire my students, right? Or give them some tips. So can you give the swap chatters some tips on how to key up properly?
Yes, sir. So, well, first, the 3 main points about the key up. So the main points are, number 1, we key up to get somebody else's attention. If there's another adult nearby, if you have a loud key up, then somebody else can, if a stranger's trying to grab you or something, you can key up loud enough and somebody can come and help you. Another reason key up is important is because of intimidation. So if somebody grabs you and you have a loud key up, you can intimidate them and they'll be like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't want to mess with this person because, they're scary, right? So, and the third reason, and probably some of the most important reason, some people would say, is for confidence. Our key up gives us confidence in what we're doing, and it also generates power. Yeah, so my key up comes from here.
All right.
Comes from my belly, not from my chest. So if Master Zang was trying to grab me, I would just go, and he would just run away.
I love his key up. I don't need coffee in the morning. I just get Mr. McCandless' key.
That's right. But get you running.
Get me running.
Get you moving.
I love it, guys. The move of the day, self-defense, right?
Right.
Obviously he could do techniques, but I love how he said, let's run away. All right, get out of the situation.
Right.
And great tips on the key up, guys. So we're now going to do the kimchi challenge.
What's kimchi?
You know what kimchi is?
No. Is that spicy garbage?
No, it doesn't. Hey guys, we have some kimchi. We have some melted chocolate. Kimchi fondue! And you know what? This kimchi is extra special because it's from my friend, Chef Justin, from Mitch's Barbecue House right in Morndale. Are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Lay me down a beat. Man, that's slow. Kimchi yes, kimchi no. Every week on this show, will it be spicy or hot? Kimchi yes or not? Which guess will be the next one? Put the kimchi to the test. Beatbox Ben. Hey, all right, you ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, kimchi yes.
Kimchi no.
Kimchi fondue.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, so, wow. You know what? I think that's what I needed, guys. I do the rap and I always feel awkward, you know?
Yeah.
But when I had that beat, it just felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to have to bring you in on my shows.
Yeah, there you. Or I could
kimchi.
just record you some beats.
All right, let's record some beats. I'll be like, it'll be in the credits. Beatboxing by B.
All right.
All right, so Mr. McCandless brought in, you brought a what?
A fondue pot.
While doing this show, we were cooking the chocolate, so we kind of burned it. So. Well, you know
you
what?
kind of burned it.
I kind of burned it. And then we got some, I think it's the best kimchi ever by Chef Justin.
Nice.
And hopefully we're going to put him on a future show. So
awesome.
He's going to teach us how to make kimchi, I hope. I'm going to put it on your plate, and then, well, I guess we could dip it, right?
Yeah, that's how you do it. You just
that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's what you just skewer the kimchi.
Okay, let's do this. I just
and dip it in the chocolate.
Okay,
and then that's it.
I'm gonna give you your own kimchi, right?
All right.
And you could. Then we'll do that. All right. I guess this is.
This is gonna be.
I wonder
fun.
if they do this in Korea. Probably not.
What fondue? Kimchi.
It sounds like
kimchi
a martial
fondue.
Yeah, it sounds.
It does sound like something Korean.
Or some kind of martial arts style. Like, hey, I'm Mr. McCandless. I used to train in kimchi fondue. I don't know. Here we go. Maybe we could make a style, right?
Right.
Here we go. All right, so I got a little, you know, it's a little section of kimchi. I'm gonna do the kimchi. Now comes the fondue. I'll put it between us.
Okay. This stuff is kind of, I don't know.
It's not smooth like silk.
Yeah, but that, you know what? You just mix it around a little bit. It's all right. It'll be all right.
Okay.
All right.
Let's not lose the kimchi in there, but I guess.
Yeah.
We probably will.
You probably will.
I've never done a fondue. I know there's restaurants that do fondue and stuff. Yeah. So this is kind of new.
So you got to make sure you really get it on the skewer. You know what I'm saying?
You got a lot.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, the more the merrier, right? Right? So, yeah, really, see how I got it on the skewer there?
Don't get on your uniform.
Yeah.
That's why chick's going to be like, what smells here?
Right. All right. So it'll take a long time to get it out of that.
You're in there, man.
Yeah,
so
go ahead and mix it around a little bit.
You're losing. You just lost everything. All right, hold on. Stop right there. Okay, you're good. You got... Wait, here, let me... help you scoop it back.
Yeah, go ahead. Just skewer the...
All right, let me just poke it for you real quick.
Go ahead. You're the master.
So you're going to eat the pot, right? Like, this is all kimchi with chocolate. All right, it is scary looking. I'm just going to say. So not being able to see this.
Put the skewer down on the plate.
It's not on. It looks like something that was in the...
I don't want to know what it looks like, sir. That's
okay.
the whole...
Hold on. We're going to do this together, okay?
That's why it's a blessing for me. I don't have to look at it.
No, hold on.
Wait, I'm trying to get that piece.
All right. You got a lot. Okay.
That's okay.
So I want you to, move forward.
Yeah. I'm going to do that when it's time.
Okay, so
but I need to wait till you... Are you set?
I'm set, man.
All right. Ready to go?
1, 2, 3.
Mm.
You have napkins underneath your plate.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so first...
Wow.
Chef Justin, the man. I mean...
Yeah, that's some good kimchi.
It is so good. It cuts through the chocolate.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I gotta have to do another round.
I might have to do another round.
Okay, hold on 1 second, because you Well, actually, thanks to you, there's already kimchi marinated in this thing. So let me just find it. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be more extra chocolatey. Can I say
that? That's all right.
Okay. Holy cow. This is like...
You can take that lid off, you know.
All right. I don't know what you got in there. You might have some burnt chocolate. But it looks good. Maybe you need more chocolate with this thing, you know?
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm not gonna say what I think yet, but...
All right.
And I'm gonna go again. Just do it again. Don't wait for me.
Wow. I think you gave me all the chocolate.
Okay. All right. Well.
Oh wait a minute. No wait. There's some kimchi in there.
You got burnt. Burntness. All right, hold
Yeah,
on.
but there was like a sliver of kimchi. There was like a sliver of kimchi in there.
Maybe this is why people do this, right?
Right.
This is fun.
Yeah, there was just a
I
little.
mean, we gotta work it, man.
I'm still
We're
trying
like
to.
teaming up on this thing. All right, try that.
All right.
This is a sliver. I mean, you're not getting like a piece of steak here.
Right,
These
right.
are slivers of cabbage. All right, it's ready for you.
All right.
I'm honestly, like, I'm starting to enjoy this. Like, I kind of like it. Like, I'm not, at first I was like, this is kind of weird, you know?
It is
'Cause
weird.
there's a lot of flavors going on, and
Mhm.
Chef Justin, man, he does amazing work with the kimchi. But I think that helps. I think if we had bad kimchi, I would hate it, you know? But
You
I kind of like it, man.
know, yeah, I do like it.
You like it?
I do.
All right, so I'm the holder of the kimchi yes bell, so
You are.
I think we know, right?
Yeah, we know.
All right, it's kimchi,
Kimchi, yes.
Kimchi fondue.
Kimchi fondue.
Hey, Swap Chatters, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Man, Mr. Ben McCandless, pen name, Alexander Bentley, with
Yeah.
that book.
Yeah,
Right, what's
Sword
the-
of Dreams.
Sword of Dreams. Remember the contest. Comment down below. What was that question?
As creative as possible, tell me what honor means to you.
And you will win an autographed copy of that book. Can I answer that? No, I can't.
No, you
Oh,
can't.
man. All right, so listen, it was awesome learning so much about Mr. Ben McCandless. How about the self-defense techniques? That was amazing. And that kimchi fondue.
Kimchi fondue.
And look at this guy. Martial artist, massage therapist, author, beatboxer.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I had so much fun
Yeah,
with you.
that was cool.
Yeah. Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Hey, share this video. Guys, get the word out. Mr. McCandless will have, basically more information on how you can get his book. And
Yeah.
I could see Mr. McCandless having a YouTube channel, huh?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yes.
I'm working on
so
it.
stay posted with that. Can you please tell us, the words of wisdom is so important in season 2. And I think, just dealing with adversity, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's small or large.
Yeah, overcoming adversity is very important. Well, obviously, I have had many struggles in my life. The biggest one was getting over the fact that I'm gonna not have vision for the rest of my life. Was one of the biggest ones. I've dealt with other struggles, but maybe that's a discussion for another time.
Right.
But like I said, the major one was losing my eyesight. And I can say honestly, it was not easy for me going through that as a teenager. It started when I was 11. I lost my sight completely at 17. So during those 6 years, those were probably some of the hardest years of my life.
Right.
And I didn't overcome them right away.
Right.
But eventually, I began to see, no pun intended, this adversity as a blessing. Just being able to still do things that most people would, say, like we talked about earlier about doubters,
Right.
Having those people around, but counting on them, because by actually having those doubters around and being able to prove them wrong, I can be an inspiration to others with going through the same struggles as I am. I have a friend that's he lives down in South Carolina who is also he has no vision. He lost his sight due to an accident, and he was really down on himself. He had no idea how he was going to live the rest of his life. in darkness. And now he's been, last year he went out, he bagged 7 deer on his own.
Wow.
Hunting with friends up in a in a deer stand, with technology and all this stuff that we have these days, we could do anything.
Right.
And you can do anything. It doesn't matter. I have another friend in South Florida, in Orlando. He's blind, and I will say that because he's okay with it.
Yeah.
He also has spina bifida, which puts him in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But his upper body, like he bench presses 350 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, like his upper body is huge, and he boxes with his dad. Like
Nice.
he trains in boxing with his dad, and like I said, there's just people have.
I mean, they have all these different ranges of,
Yeah, I don't situations.
Yeah, and when whether it's like you're having trouble in school or at home,
the little things.
or it could be the littlest thing to the biggest thing.
Right.
Like what advice would you give? Would you give our viewers, like to be strong, to believe in yourself, to never give up?
Yes, I would say number 1, believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself, guys.
You can do anything. Anything you put your mind to, you can do it. And they say, the saying goes. What does the saying go? If if you fail or whatever, try again, or whatever it is.
Right.
I say, don't try again. Do again. Do again.
I love just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Right, just do it. Like, don't whine, don't complain, don't blame others, just do it.
That's a song.
Is it a song? Can we make it a song?
I'm going to show it to you later.
You're going to beatbox?
No, it is a hip-hop song.
Okay, that's cool.
It's called Just Do It.
Nice. I love that. So, look at that. Mr. McCandless, just do it. He's doing it. He's doing it. And look, we all have something that we're working on. So, let's do it. Let's not complain. Let's not whine. Right. Let's believe in ourselves.
Right. If you're in school and you think you can get an A, get an A. If you think you can get a B and that's all you can do, then get a B.
That's right. Do the best you can do.
Right. You do the best that you can do. That's the only thing anybody can ever ask of you.
Right.
That's the only thing you can ever ask of yourself, is to do the best you can do.
Do the best. I love it. Hey, that was fun.
Hey, man.
I really enjoyed it.
I loved it.
I laughed. I almost cried laughing. But anyways, hey guys.
Choked on my kimchi fondue.
Your slither of kimchi.
Yeah.
But no, that was a lot of fun, guys. Hey, please comment down below. You want more Mr. McCandless? We'll bring him back. I hope so. That's
definitely.
Gonna be good. All right, guys. As always, Master Zang out. Whatcha?